All right, Bills fans, welcome back. Let's dive right into everything happening with the Buffalo Bills as we break down the latest news, the evolving roster, and what the upcoming season could hold for this team. The energy around Buffalo has been electric, and it's no secret that this is a team with serious Super Bowl aspirations. From the front office moves to on-field performances, there's so much to unpack and analyze. Starting with the salary cap situation, the Bills are operating in a very tight financial space, which tells a lot about how the front office is managing the roster. Brandon Beane has clearly shown a commitment to maximizing the win-now window. Every dollar is being strategically allocated to keep the team competitive, and while it may seem alarming to casual observers that the Bills have little cap space left, this is a calculated approach. Restructuring contracts, managing future obligations, and leveraging in-house extensions are all part of a strategy to ensure that the core players who drive the team's success are prioritized. Players like Dion Dawkins and Dawson Knox represent both key contributors and opportunities for creative cap management. By adjusting their contracts, the Bills can free up space for other moves without jeopardizing the team's competitive edge. This reflects a front office that is highly aware of timing and opportunity, fully understanding that the best chance to capture a championship may not align with traditional financial prudence. This approach also extends to how free agents are evaluated. The team has been clear that prioritizing drafted and developed talent is central to the philosophy, and this isn't just a matter of loyalty. It's about building a sustainable competitive advantage. When the cap rises due to league revenues, the flexibility to maneuver contracts improves, and that allows for both retaining key players and supplementing the roster where necessary. It is this combination of foresight and tactical execution that keeps the Bills in strong contention year after year. Moving on to player contracts and extensions, there's always a balance to be struck between retaining top talent and managing long-term financial risk. Players like Connor McGovern present unique scenarios where both sides must weigh priorities carefully. For the Bills, it's not just about paying top dollar. It's about alignment with the team's culture, stability in key positions, and long-term planning. McGovern's decision-making, influenced by factors both on and off the field, will play a critical role in whether the team can secure his services for the foreseeable future. Injuries to potential successors like Cedric, Van Fran Granger, and Alec Anderson complicate matters, as the front office is also evaluating depth and succession plans. These situations emphasize the importance of both player performance and fit within the team's broader strategy. The Bills have historically been able to manage these variables through careful planning and open communication with players, which ensures that even difficult contract negotiations are handled in a way that prioritizes both competitiveness and organizational cohesion. It's a nuanced dance between player expectations, financial reality, and on-field needs, and this is exactly where the Bills have excelled in recent years. When we shift focus to the offensive scheme, the Bills continue to show remarkable versatility. The blend of zone and gap running schemes allows the team to adjust to defensive fronts dynamically. James Cook thrives in a zone-based system, showcasing vision, agility, and timing, while Ray Davis's natural gap-running ability provides a different dimension to the attack. Offensive coordinator Aaron Kromer has demonstrated adaptability, utilizing both schemes effectively depending on game context. The offensive line is athletic and versatile, capable of executing both zone and gap concepts, which makes the team unpredictable for defenses week in and week out. This multiplicity ensures that the Bills can exploit defensive weaknesses regardless of personnel or alignment, and it allows them to maximize the strengths of their skill players. Evaluating tendencies, the team has increased zone running from 30% to 41% year over year, reflecting adjustments that play to player strengths and strategic priorities. This balance between scheme flexibility and player specialization is a hallmark of a modern NFL offense, and the Bills are executing it at a high level. Quarterback depth is another area where Buffalo has been intentional in their approach. The philosophy isn't just about having a backup who can manage a game. It's about having a player who can create plays and exploit defensive mismatches in unpredictable ways. A backup quarterback with mobility and arm talent can turn adversity into opportunity, especially in situations where timing and rhythm may not align perfectly. This is why players like Tyson Bent or Malik Willis, who bring physical upside and the ability to extend plays, fit the mold better than traditional game managers. In high-pressure scenarios, having someone who can improvise while maintaining the integrity of the offense is critical. The Bills' approach to building depth at quarterback demonstrates a forward-thinking mindset, where adaptability, athleticism, and situational awareness are valued as much as traditional passing accuracy. Turning to the secondary and defensive adjustments, the team continues to evaluate Michael Hoy and other key contributors to ensure the safety position meets strategic goals. Injuries and roster shifts have created challenges, but the front office remains proactive in identifying solutions, whether through internal development or targeted acquisitions. The emphasis on maintaining a strong core while allowing for growth in depth positions reflects a commitment to sustaining high-level performance over multiple seasons. Safety play, positional versatility, and alignment with the overall defensive scheme are critical factors in maintaining consistency against increasingly complex offensive attacks across the league. The discussion of former players adds an interesting perspective on roster construction and legacy. Considering under-the-radar players who may have never reached Pro Bowl recognition but still bring unique skill sets highlights the importance of depth and specific talents that complement existing schemes. Lee Evans, for instance, represents a field-stretching ability that could significantly enhance the vertical passing game. While new acquisitions and developing talent continue to shape the roster, reflecting on past contributors reinforces the notion that every piece of the puzzle, big or small, can influence team dynamics and offensive explosiveness. The ability to recognize and value specific skills that may not always be celebrated publicly is a key part of building a roster that thrives in both immediate and long-term contexts. The discussion around under-the-radar player acquisitions, running scheme strategy, and quarterback traits highlights the meticulous attention to detail that characterizes Buffalo's approach. Evaluating each player's fit, potential, and alignment with overall scheme allows the team to make informed decisions that optimize both short-term performance and long-term sustainability. The emphasis on both physical ability and scheme compatibility ensures that the team can adjust to evolving challenges without compromising core principles. This level of strategic planning, combined with proactive management of contracts, cap space, and player priorities, reinforces the notion that the Bills are building a team capable of sustained success. This philosophy also extends to the integration of young talent and development of internal successors. Players like Cedric Van Fran Granger and Alec Anderson represent not just depth, but potential continuity at key positions. Injuries may have delayed their progression, but the front office's commitment to evaluating and nurturing these talents underscores the long-term planning inherent in the organization. Understanding the arc of a player's development, their positional fit, and their readiness for starting roles is a critical element in ensuring the team's stability over multiple seasons. This approach mitigates risk while allowing for the infusion of youth and athleticism, creating a roster that can adapt and evolve as the league changes. The focus on explosive playmakers, whether in the passing game or on special teams, highlights how individual skills are leveraged to enhance overall team performance. Players like Lee Evans exemplify the type of talent that can stretch defenses and open opportunities for other playmakers. Integrating this type of skill into the broader offensive scheme ensures that the team remains unpredictable, dynamic, and difficult to defend. Similarly, evaluating the nuances of player strengths, such as gap versus zone running abilities, allows the coaching staff to tailor game plans to maximize efficiency and impact. Buffalo's approach to team construction reflects a deep understanding of football strategy, roster management, and player development. By balancing immediate needs with long-term planning, the team maintains a competitive edge while fostering an environment where players can thrive. Strategic use of the salary cap, focus on in-house talent retention, versatile offensive schemes, and targeted skill acquisitions all contribute to a cohesive and high-performing roster. This combination of foresight, adaptability, and tactical execution positions the Bills as a team not just ready to compete, but capable of contending at the highest level year after year. The coaching staff's ability to adapt schemes to player strengths, exploit opponent weaknesses, and integrate new talent further reinforces the team's competitive advantage. By carefully analyzing personnel, understanding player development arcs, and anticipating challenges, the Bills are able to make informed decisions that maximize performance and minimize risk. This strategic mindset extends across all levels of the organization, from front office decision-making to on-field execution, creating a cohesive system designed for success. As we continue dissecting the Buffalo Bills' strategy and roster construction, it's clear that every move is part of a larger, meticulously thought-out plan to maintain competitiveness and maximize opportunity. The depth chart is not just a static list of players. It's a living, evolving blueprint for the season. Every practice rep, every preseason snap, and every evaluation is weighed against not only immediate performance, but also long-term trajectory. The Bills have built a culture where preparation, versatility, and adaptability are paramount, and this is evident across all positional groups. Take the receiving core, for instance. While Josh Palmer brings a dynamic skill set and a growing understanding of the system, the inclusion of a player with the explosive, game-breaking traits of someone like Lee Evans, if hypothetically available, illustrates how high the ceiling for this offense could be. Stretching the field vertically forces defenses to respect multiple threats, opening space underneath for complementary routes, and enhancing the efficiency of the passing game overall. The synergy between receivers, quarterbacks, and offensive schemes is a delicate balance, and Buffalo has shown an ability to tweak and refine that balance to exploit mismatches week after week. This same philosophy carries over to the running game. Zone and gap concepts aren't just theoretical distinctions. They are deliberate choices that maximize the strengths of James Cook, Ray Davis, and the offensive line. Cook's vision and timing allow him to thrive in zone schemes where lateral movement and reading blocks are essential. Davis's power and straight-line running style suit gap concepts that rely on predetermined lanes and aggressive downhill movement. The coaching staff's ability to integrate both approaches ensures that defenses cannot predict the play type, which creates natural advantages for both the running backs and the offensive line. Players are trained to understand multiple schemes, which increases versatility, reduces the learning curve when personnel changes occur, and allows the team to adjust to opponent tendencies without sacrificing efficiency. Even small adjustments, such as the angle of a block or the spacing between linemen, are calculated to maximize yardage potential, highlighting how every element of preparation contributes to in-game success. Quarterback depth is another layer of strategic foresight. In the modern NFL, backups aren't simply emergency options. They are potential game changers. The ideal backup quarterback brings physical tools, arm talent, and improvisational ability to the table, which can turn unexpected circumstances into opportunities for explosive plays. Tyson Bent, for example, embodies the kind of talent the Bills would value in a backup: size, arm strength, mobility, and playmaking potential. In situations where timing with the first team is limited, a backup quarterback's ability to create outside the structure can prevent drives from stalling and even create scoring opportunities. Similarly, players like Malik Willis offer comparable physical upside, ensuring that if called upon, the offense maintains a level of unpredictability that keeps defenses off balance. This approach to quarterback depth reflects a forward-thinking mentality that values adaptability and situational advantage over conventional rhythm-based consistency. The defensive side of the ball is equally calculated. Evaluating the safety position, understanding player strengths, and planning for succession are all integral to maintaining consistency in coverage, tackling, and overall defensive cohesion. Michael Hoy's role, along with the development of younger players, exemplifies the ongoing process of balancing immediate need with long-term potential. Injuries to potential successors have complicated projections, but they also underscore the importance of robust depth planning and proactive player development. By anticipating contingencies and preparing multiple options, the Bills ensure that their defensive integrity remains intact even when facing adversity. This depth, coupled with a versatile approach to schemes, allows the team to adapt dynamically to offenses with varying personnel and strategies. Looking at the roster holistically, one can see that the Bills are constructing a team that prioritizes versatility, skill optimization, and strategic resource allocation. Multi-year extensions for drafted talent ensure continuity, while selective free agent acquisitions are structured to align with cap flexibility and immediate needs. One-year deals for external players allow for financial maneuverability and responsiveness to market opportunities. The interplay between these approaches creates a system where talent retention, scheme execution, and strategic adaptation coexist harmoniously. By managing these elements carefully, the Bills have cultivated a roster capable of excelling under a wide variety of circumstances, from injuries and in-game adjustments to long-term planning and succession development. Player evaluation also extends to more nuanced traits beyond basic statistics. Explosive potential, field-stretching ability, and situational awareness are all highly valued, as these traits can tip the scales in critical moments. Whether it's the vertical threat posed by a wide receiver capable of breaking the coverage deep, or a running back whose vision allows for improvisation in zone schemes, Buffalo emphasizes the importance of specialized skill sets that complement the overarching system. This approach ensures that each player's unique abilities are utilized optimally, while also contributing to a cohesive and adaptable team identity. The coaching staff's adaptability plays a significant role in integrating these talents effectively. Aaron Kromer's willingness to implement multiple running schemes, leverage player strengths, and adjust in-game strategies ensures that the team can maximize efficiency regardless of opposition. Offensive line versatility, running back specialization, quarterback depth, and skill position explosiveness all feed into a comprehensive game plan designed to exploit matchups and maintain flexibility. By combining preparation with adaptive strategy, the Bills are able to execute complex plays and maintain high-level performance across the season. Looking forward, the integration of younger talent and succession planning remains a critical focus. Cedric Van Fran Granger and Alec Anderson represent the next wave of potential contributors, and while injuries have slowed their progress, the organization is committed to developing their skills and assessing readiness. Understanding player growth arcs, evaluating positional fit, and anticipating readiness for starting roles allows the team to maintain depth and mitigate risk. This approach ensures that the roster evolves naturally while preserving a competitive advantage, creating continuity across seasons and minimizing the impact of attrition. Contract strategy continues to be a cornerstone of Buffalo's organizational philosophy. Connor McGovern's potential extension, for example, is not simply a financial negotiation. It reflects a broader alignment of priorities between player and team. Decisions around compensation, continuity, and personal goals are weighed against the team's long-term objectives and cap flexibility. By structuring deals thoughtfully, the Bills maintain competitiveness while fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Similarly, free agent acquisitions are evaluated not only on talent, but also on fit within the system, potential for future growth, and alignment with strategic goals. Special teams and ancillary roles also illustrate the level of detail in roster construction. Players who contribute in less obvious ways, kick returns, coverage units, and situational substitutions, are evaluated for how they enhance overall performance. This attention to detail ensures that the team maximizes every opportunity to gain an edge, whether through field position, scoring potential, or limiting opponent advantages. Each player, regardless of prominence, is assessed in the context of how they contribute to collective success, highlighting the comprehensive nature of Buffalo's approach. When considering the broader organizational strategy, it becomes clear that Buffalo is building for both the present and the future. Cap management, contract flexibility, and careful talent retention ensure that immediate competitiveness is sustained without sacrificing long-term viability. The front office's decisions reflect a deep understanding of how revenue growth, league dynamics, and player development intersect, creating an environment where the team can remain a contender across multiple seasons. Strategic foresight, combined with meticulous execution on and off the field, ensures that the Bills are positioned to contend for championships consistently. In addition to strategic planning, the culture within the team emphasizes resilience, adaptability, and accountability. Players are expected to understand their roles, execute their responsibilities, and be prepared to adjust to evolving situations. This culture, instilled through coaching and reinforced by organizational philosophy, allows the team to navigate adversity, injuries, and unexpected challenges without compromising performance. The combination of culture, preparation, and talent optimization creates a system where individual excellence and collective success are aligned, reinforcing Buffalo's status as a perennial contender. Every element of the roster, from quarterback depth to offensive line versatility, running back specialization, receiving core explosiveness, and defensive depth, is part of a calculated strategy to create a team capable of winning in all phases. The front office, coaching staff, and players operate within a framework designed to maximize resources, exploit matchups, and maintain continuity. This level of detailed planning and execution allows the Bills to adapt to any situation, maintain a competitive edge, and pursue a Super Bowl with confidence. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. The Buffalo Bills defense, already regarded as one of the most formidable units in the NFL, appears poised to enter a new era of dominance with a rumored arrival of KAIEEM, a name that has been quietly generating waves across the league. Insiders suggest that Caesar's addition could transform the team's defensive schemes, giving them unparalleled versatility and physicality on the field. Known for his aggressive approach to tackling and ability to read plays before they develop, Caesar reportedly fits seamlessly into the Bills' existing framework, where adaptability and speed have been essential components of their success. Sources close to the organization hint that his presence will not only bolster the defensive line, but also inspire confidence among linebackers and secondary players, creating a ripple effect that could redefine how opponents approach games against Buffalo. Coaches are allegedly considering innovative rotations and formations that take full advantage of Caesar's skill set, potentially turning what is already a top-ranked defense into an almost impenetrable wall. Observers speculate that this move signals a broader strategy to maintain championship-caliber performances, especially against high-powered offenses that have historically challenged the Bills. Rumors indicate that Caesar's impact could extend beyond the field, fostering a culture of accountability and intensity that resonates throughout the locker room, energizing both veterans and newcomers. Analysts suggest that the timing of this acquisition aligns perfectly with the team's long-term ambitions, and whispers from league insiders imply that rival teams are quietly recalculating their offensive strategies in anticipation of Caesar's disruptive potential. The general sentiment among pundits is that Buffalo is crafting a narrative of defensive supremacy, one player at a time, and Caesar might just be the linchpin that cements their reputation. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the mere suggestion of his integration has fans and experts alike speculating about the tactical revolutions that could unfold on game days. If these rumors hold any weight, the Bills could be on the verge of redefining defensive excellence in the modern NFL, leveraging Caesar's unique talents to establish a blueprint that competitors will struggle to counter for years to come. It is this combination of strategic foresight and rumored talent acquisition that has sparked intense chatter in sports circles, as everyone tries to anticipate how this potential addition will influence Buffalo's performance in critical matchups, playoff scenarios, and ultimately, their championship aspirations. The excitement surrounding KAIEEM's rumored involvement is palpable, signaling a shift in the team's defensive narrative and leaving opponents wary of the forthcoming season. Sources close to the Bills organization have been hinting at a possible integration of KAIEEM Caesar into the defensive roster, fueling a frenzy of speculation that stretches far beyond Buffalo's fan base. While the official word remains elusive, insiders suggest that the coaching staff has been quietly conducting extensive evaluations of Caesar's past performances, focusing on his ability to neutralize high-caliber quarterbacks and disrupt well-executed offensive schemes. Analysts are reportedly examining footage of his previous games, identifying tendencies that could make him a perfect fit for the Bills' aggressive, speed-oriented approach. Rumor has it that his work ethic, film study habits, and leadership qualities are precisely what the defensive unit has been seeking to elevate their overall performance. The narrative circulating among NFL circles suggests that Caesar's potential arrival could prompt a reconfiguration of defensive playbooks, incorporating new blitz packages and coverage variations designed to maximize his disruptive capabilities. Fans and commentators alike are buzzing about the psychological impact this could have on opposing teams, as the mere threat of Caesar's presence could force quarterbacks and offensive coordinators into making rushed, suboptimal decisions. Whispered reports indicate that the locker room culture could shift, with veteran players responding positively to Caesar's intensity and focus, fostering an environment of relentless preparation and mutual accountability. Experts are speculating that Buffalo might be positioning itself to dominate the defensive statistics charts, with Caesar acting as a cornerstone in this strategic vision. Rumors suggest that this move is part of a calculated plan to not only shore up weaknesses, but to project an image of intimidation and unyielding resolve. The storyline surrounding Caesar's potential signing has captured the imagination of sports journalists, who are dissecting every possible angle, from scheme fit to leadership impact, and projecting how it could influence the upcoming season. Observers note that the addition of a player of Caesar's caliber would align perfectly with Buffalo's historical emphasis on tough, disciplined defense, signaling a renewed commitment to excellence and a statement of intent to the rest of the league. Although uncertainty remains, the speculative chatter underscores a growing consensus that Caesar could be the catalyst for a transformative period in the Bills' defensive identity. Enthusiasts are eagerly watching for further developments, aware that such a high-profile addition could reverberate across the league and redefine competitive dynamics in profound ways, making every upcoming matchup a potential showcase for the evolving power of Buffalo's defense. As the rumors persist, the anticipation surrounding Caesar's influence grows, reflecting the excitement and tension inherent in the NFL's off-season machinations. Whispers throughout the NFL community suggest that KAIEEM Caesar's rumored move to the Buffalo Bills could have a far-reaching impact, not just on individual games, but on the strategic landscape of the league. Sources indicate that his presence could significantly alter opponents' offensive planning, as teams might be forced to allocate extra resources to account for his disruptive capabilities. Analysts speculate that quarterbacks who once thrived against the Bills' defensive schemes may now face a more complex, multi-layered challenge, requiring quicker reads, heightened awareness, and more precise execution. Coaches are reportedly evaluating how to integrate Caesar into various packages that balance aggression with coverage responsibilities, optimizing matchups to exploit his strengths while maintaining team cohesion. Rumor has it that the synergy between Caesar and the current defensive roster could lead to innovative adjustments in formations, rotations, and situational assignments, potentially redefining the Bills' approach to third down stops, red zone defense, and turnover creation. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.